Yeah, I mean, just to make sure everything they don't know what they're doing.
There's no extra outlet next to you, right? Like on the outlet on that.
Push it down. It's not bright enough.
You more light? All right.
Yeah, I mean,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
God.
Absolutely. And we already do
Is that showing?
Oh, I'm looking at the TV. Oh, shit.
Okay, let's I'm gonna tighten up the document.
What's up?
I'm trying to mic.
I'm good. You trying to get this right?
Yeah,
Move it out your face. Though.
yeah. That last minute to me is
Oh, because we're not using it. No, not really. It's just gonna be in the shot. It's gonna be like that. Right. So it's just, yeah, just leave it in the shot. Just like mine says to the side. Yeah. Unless you want to move both of them, you just now do yours like that. So move that one. One, two, one. Yeah. Just keep it in the shot. Whatever.
absolutely. Alright, so I'm gonna set up something really something like that. For the Scott, and we'll keep it going. We'll keep it going. This weekend. Alright. Alright. How do you put on the right?
The settings.
Just back up my settings. So you wanna what's it going out? What is this on?
That's YouTube.
It's YouTube Live.
Alright, niggas.
So you know what that is? Yeah. Marcus and they don't know what that is. What? Nigga lip. Nigga lip. What the fuck is nigga lip? You get it all wet and shit. Thank you. That's like yeah, Marcus Sickness.
Yo, turn the light
Where's
towards us.
Yo, you wanna
Reflection.
you want me standing at? Just right there behind this camera? You gonna hold it?
No, Leo. Yeah. Yeah.
You gonna hold it or you gonna prop it up? I think he wants me to hold it.
All right.
So drug shit. You know what it is. Really exclusive, baby.
You got your body mic on? Oh, yeah.
You want mine?
Yeah, let's do it. Sure. Ready, set, go.
Mic check. 1, 2.
My check. Yes, sir. We're here. Right here.
What about, did you bring that wide light, Leo? Which one? The wide one. The wide one.
Yeah, but
It's not a battery.
no, the battery's fine. I don't know what happened to the piece.
Well, you
You
can
just want to set it up
yeah,
somewhere?
you can set it up on something. So against that tape.
We can go like this.
Not yet. Wait.
Upside down, Leo. So you set up. There we go. Turn it down a little bit now.
So am I looking into the other camera? Instead of the
Yeah, we are. Yeah, you are.
Yeah, that's right.
Gotcha. Looks like with the headset. You couldn't see it.
Think we all set?
We can have week 6. We got Kenny. Please.
Yeah.
Well, portion.
Are we doing this like a similar template?
I think I don't know how many minutes. I got 7 minutes. You want this to be? It'll be very similar. We'll start out with your music. Then some social media. We'll talk about pop. We'll talk about those things.
Okay.
Essentially talking points, right?
Yeah.
Got it. Do one more quick mic check. Ready, set, go.
Mic check 1, 2.
Mic check 1, 2.
Mic check.
Got it. Alright, go.
A light hit.
Mic check. Post on that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Alright, look you up on it. I'm not gonna be too. Right here.
Yes, sir.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, serious. All right. Yo, Mark, my fault, bro. Can you close that window over there? My fault. Never mind. I mean, as long as it, you know.
Oh, you gotta turn that. Oh shit. Oh, okay.
Oh, that shit broke over there?
Yeah.
Oh, not top shit. All right.
Yeah, right. It's the workout. Word. Got a masturbation form.
Turn it down. Turn it light down a little bit, Leo.
Okay. Good to go.
Can I do the interview like this in my bucket? Nah.
On this side.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Okay. You need me to hit something on this?
No, it's already going.
It's already off. Okay. This one is already going to.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Quiet on set, everyone. All right, Wally. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rolling.
What's going on, everybody? It's your man Wally, the Southern Kid with the city swag, coming to you live from Brooklyn, New York. Man, I'm here with Obasi Jackson. What's good, boss?
What's going on?
What's good? We're here to talk about a whole lot. Your music, new visual that just dropped recently, work. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's talk about work. How long did it take for you to pull that project together? And actually, what inspired you, or who inspired you to put that track together?
All right, so originally, let's take it back. You know, it really started in November of 2019, and that's when I really came out. I was trying to do different sound, experimenting with my sound, and
Yeah.
that was when I tried to get a different audience. So once I did that, I released it. I did a Sprite show.
And at the Sprite show, you know, did that go over well?
They received it well. A lot of people in my school were digging it, you know what I'm saying? So after that happened, my brother had passed in the new year, in 2020. And by then, I was just like, you know what? I want to do this for my brother. I want to have a tribute, and I want to use my artistry to really celebrate and, you know, just do this for him in the name of what he's done in honor of him.
Right. Now, in the middle of right around the time when he did pass, you were scheduled to go out and do a couple performances and tours and stuff, right?
Yeah, I was with Scott Morris and my team at the time. You know,
Yeah.
we were doing a little mini tour around the states on the East Coast, but because of coronavirus, that
Got canceled.
Got
And everything
canceled.
else
Yeah.
happened at the same time.
yeah, definitely.
Okay. So getting into the studio, let's talk about the energy and everything you felt while being inside the studio recording the song.
It was different because when I re-recorded it, like the engineer Mars, he was wilding with the like edits, you know what I'm saying, the cuts and the beat, and I hadn't did that myself because I recorded myself the first time.
Right.
So when he came and he did that, and I'm just like, wow, you really took this to the next level. You know what I'm saying? So it was a new experience for me. It was like, yo, I feel like I'm doing the right thing here.
Okay. All right. Cool. So you filmed the video. How long did it take you to pull that together? I know JL shot the video.
Mhm.
So let's talk about first how you linked up with him and got him to be on that project.
Right, so JL shot a video for my brother in the past. So what happened was when everybody came together, JL was there.
Right.
And I happened to make conversation with him. We talked. We decided that, it would make sense for him to make this video pop and come to life. You know what I'm saying? Because he did the same thing for Pop when he was alive.
Right.
Since it was a tribute, he was down, and he was, ecstatic to work with me. And I was just like, let's get it. So the day that we did it was hella cold, but we took like 3-4 hours the most to really get it done. But everybody put in that work, you know what I'm saying? Like it was an experience.
I saw the energy from the different cuts of the video. And for you to say it was very, very cold, I couldn't tell it all. Of course, we saw the coats, we saw all that, but the energy out there and the number of people that were out there. So it was mixed from video footage and also footage from your brother's memorial.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah. And I also had a little performance. It was at the Social Butterfly. I put that in there. A lot of people that, shout out to all y'all who came to that show, but a lot of people came into that show like 50 deep in that little small space. So like I had some people come up for that. That also made the video as well.
Okay. All right. So the single is out, the visual is out. You don't necessarily have any specific move coming next. Let's talk more about, your link up with Wally and how you got involved in Empire and everything.
Right. So basically, work was on the radar. I was on the radar, you know what I'm saying? I started talking to some people, and I was blessed, enough that people saw the work that I had put in. You know what I'm saying? They seen that JL had helped me on my way up.
Right.
And they seen the work on prior to like work, the video, the song itself, they saw that. And the people that, I had some people advising me, they put me in the right places to talk with the team that I'm with now. And we made it happen. I got on the phone with him. He was saying, I work with Pop. You know what I'm saying? I would be definitely he was definitely down to help me in my situation. So that's how that came about. And Empire distributing all this right now just came from somebody wanting to help me, seeing my struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so in pulling all your music together, you did pull your own production company together.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's talk more about that. And what are your plans to expand that this year?
My plans are to really just fine tune myself and reach out to the producers that I know, reach out to other songwriters, people who do film, photographers, and just try and do business and try and help them grow as artists and people, you know what I'm saying? And between our interactions, they'll help me grow as the person in the man that I'm supposed to be.
Right, I like that. So, as far as future moves, a new album, last time we talked, I love Emotion.
Yeah.
Okay, so we expecting something different this time. But what could we expect from whenever you plan on dropping your music? Or let's broaden it, not make it so broad, let's narrow it down. All right, let's talk about the next track. Do you have any perspective of what you think it might be or when it might come?
So I've been talking with my team and we've been listening to a few tracks and we want to give the people a chill vibe, but something that makes them feel good and want to dance, you know what I'm saying? Or not even dance, just move and just sway and be in the vibe. So I got an idea, but I ain't gonna really put it out there right now. I'm saying people just gonna see it when it comes out and hopefully they're receptive.
Okay. All right. So with everything moving fast for you, you're moving up. You already have your first single out. You have your first visual out. How is the pressure now? Because with you being, it's not like you're the younger brother of Pop Smoke. You're the older brother.
Right.
Okay. Right. So it's a different type of pressure. Let's talk about the pressure that you feel not only from the people on your team, not only from your family, but the fans who were Pop fans who are now becoming your fans.
Right. Yo, honestly, I tell you, that was an experience for me. Like having all these people rush to me at once.
Yeah.
Like the emotion that I felt is unbearable because it's like, my brother's a pop star. Like he's a celebrity. Like that energy is so different. And for them to come over and accept me too, that cleared all the insecurities I've ever had. All the insecurities, all the doubts that I've had, it made the difference because I'm like, I make different music. And that's the conversation that me and my brother used to have. So for them to come to me now and hear my stuff, and regardless if it be a tribute to my brother or things that they go in the past and they listen to, SoundCloud, Apple Music, anywhere. For them to be receptive, makes me feel great. It makes me feel like I'm on top of the world. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So now with and what's postponed? It's supposed to come out last week. Well, but now it's been postponed. Still looking forward to it. Even after that project drops, are there any snippets out there that you are thinking about possibly putting on to your album whenever you decide to drop it? Because I'm sure that you are talking about making a song together, right?
Yeah. We got some. I got something. I'd say I got something. You know what I'm saying? I don't got many
Something
things, but I got something. You know, I got something.
Okay. All right. Cool. It'll be good to hear that. It'll definitely be good to hear that. Let's talk more about growing up and being involved in music. I know that you and Pop had a very colorful and artistic childhood. Let's talk more about what you were involved in artistically.
As a child, artistically, being in the church, being around those musicians, just wanting to have my voice heard, like doing poems, writing poems, not doing spoken word, I should say. It allowed me to see life at a different angle before I started to do all different kinds of music. I seen art at its purest form. That's in my childhood.
All right, so you do play the guitar, you did play African drums.
Definitely coming up, actually when I'm like 12, that's when I started playing guitar. So that's not really childhood. Childhood, I was just doing like poems, writing little things, singing in church. But then once I started getting outside more, middle school, high school, I started playing guitar. I started getting with people who did alternative music, you know what I'm saying, soul music. And that's when that whole live instrumental kind of phase of my life started coming about.
Okay.
That's that.
So for a long time, you've done in your music, playing both guitar, singing, rapping, all of that.
Right.
So you pretty much have bounced around, and so you do have a different journey outside of your brother.
Right.
As far as music is concerned, you have a different journey and where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever find it hard or do you ever find yourself being pressured to just pick one lane?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay.
All the time. And I think that's what I'm trying to break that barrier. I want people like XXX, like rest in peace. Like he really was doing so many things on one album, and you can't tell him that it was not him. It was him. So it's just about how do we allow people to see us in our truest form? How do we allow people to experience the many talents that we have as an individual? Right? So that's what I want. I don't feel pressure, but I do have a journey, and I know it's going to be a struggle. So I prepare myself every day for that.
Are you preparing yourself, to also move past everything that's happening this year? I know as an artist, I'm more than sure you're going to deal with comparisons for a little
For a long time.
You're going to deal with it for a while. But I think even in this moment of you releasing work, you pretty much want to separate yourself and let people know where you stand in your own lane, musically. So, with that being said, as you grow, you're going to do a lot more interviews. I'm sure you really want to just get it out. Situation happened, of course, this year, unfortunately losing your brother. And let's talk more about where you were in that moment you found out, if you come.
Yeah, I was at school. I had a friend come to my dorm room knocking really early in the morning. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, why you knocking on my door? Like, and she comes and tells me, like, yo, I hate to tell you this, but my brother passed away. I'm like, me and my brother passed away. And I start going on Google, Google and all of them. They'll tell you right off rip if somebody died. Like, it was in critical condition. I was calling my mom. I'm like, hey, Mom, what's going on? Like, I was just all over the place. And then I had to leave from school to go to my house. And then I just remember my mom sitting there on the stage. On the stairs. I apologize. Sorry. And she's crying like she had all her friends around her. And I'm just like, this can't be real. We had to fly to Cali that same day. Like, and ever since then, it's just been like a blur. You know what I'm I'm saying? Like, it feels so unreal, but it's happening.
So last time we spoke, you did mention that you briefly mentioned that the investigation somewhat slowed down because of COVID-19. Prior to COVID, did your family receive the answers that they were looking for as far as, I mean, of course, we don't have anyone in custody,
Right.
but as far as what you knew, what your family knew, what you knew, as far as who Pop was around at that point in time, because there were a lot of comments made on social media. There were a lot of people accused of things. Mike D being one was accused more than anybody, that I can think of. There was another interview that we did here in Music Exclusives, and we interviewed Swipey. Swipey also made some comments, but he didn't really allude to anything. So right now, is there anyone out there, and you don't have to say a name, but do you feel like you know who was involved?
I don't know, but I just hope that there's justice, you know what I'm saying? And I hope that that person sits with that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's going to be the worst torture. I don't wish anything on anybody, but I just hope that my brother gets the respect and justice that he deserves. At the end of the day, an innocent life was taken, and it did not have to be that. So I don't blame anybody. But at the end of the day, somebody's going to have to pay up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. So let's switch gears a little bit. Moving forward, new music is going to come. You said you got stuff in the works. Are you looking forward to after, because we have COVID, pretty much we're going to have it for the rest of this year.
Right.
So creatively,
Yeah.
what are you planning to do? Even if you don't release a project, are you going to release little snippets? Are you going to, leak a little something here or there? Are you going to participate in other artists and their projects?
Yeah, so I got some singles that I plan on releasing, you know what I'm saying? And I hope that I can get some placements and features on other artists, you know what I'm saying, that I aspire to be on the same track with. So y'all just gotta stay tuned because, you know what I'm saying, like people was waiting. I got on live and people have been receptive and they've been enjoying the music that I play at the studio. So it's gonna be a vibe, man. It's gonna be a time.
Now, last time we linked and we talked about some of your inspirations. You said Drake definitely was one of your inspirations.
Yes, sir.
So you still set on that.
Still set on that.
All right. Drake, you hear,
Drake,
man?
all the way, man. Come holler at me. I need all that experience, all that acting experience, all the music songwriting, all of that. Come in.
All right, cool. I'll have this for you. Now, let's talk about using your platform. So right now, you might not be able to tour, you might not be able to do content, you might not even be able to release a full album, okay, at this moment because of everything going on. But right now, in the culture of America, the sensitive racial culture, let's talk about your influence that you've had previously with being a young Black leader, and how, or what do you think about where we are right now? Because there are a lot of opposing opinions considering this new civil rights movement. You got people in the streets protesting, you got people looting, you got people rioting. Those are three different levels: peaceful protests, the riots, which usually turn into looting and other things.
Right.
People have presented different ideas. Some people are for looting, some people are not for looting. Some people say riots make sense. Some people say only peaceful protests. We got the Malcolms, we got the Martins.
Right.
Where you stand?
I'm kind of like, it sucks to say, I'm kind of like in between because like when you start turning stuff up, like they ain't got no choice but to respond and give you what you want.
Right.
You know, and then on the other side, protesting, you know what I'm saying, it's peaceful, but they're not really respecting you. But like you are constant with the idea that you can get what you need from the government. But I'm on the middle because I feel like the struggle is economic.
Right.
It's economically. Like you have to get your bread up. Like you gotta. It's all about owning, you know, the property and like just all of that stuff. Like I can't really speak on it right now, but like it's time to like really take back what is ours because okay, fine, you looting, okay, fine, you protesting, but how many years have you really been doing that? And think about it, they throw a dog a bone and then you're just like, okay, and then it just keeps happening. But if you own if you own what is rightfully yours, and you know how to defend it, no one can take from you.
That's powerful right there. You own what's rightfully yours and you know how to defend it. Nobody can take that from you. That's powerful. They have tried. You got to look at the past. Look at Tulsa, okay, and what happened there. In Tulsa, we own everything. Black people own everything. There was no need. Even the small town where I'm from, there were sections and parts of the hometown that were all Black owned. Unfortunately, riots which happened from members of the Ku Klux Klan, so on and so forth, came back and attacked those time after time again. So I understand your perspective. A lot of people actually have that perspective. I do know another rapper, gospel rapper, Lecrae. He just had so you know what I'm talking about. And his comments that they got people like this. You know what I'm saying? Because some people, I agree with you. Sometimes we need to stop relying on just waiting for everything to pick everything out right now. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's time for us to get back to owning our own things. I agree with you on that. Right. I definitely agree. You know, where okay, I hear what you're saying, but where are you going to insert yourself into this movement with your music? Are you going to become a recording activist, so to speak? Will you ever drop something that will be specifically for this movement?
Well, it's funny you say that because you know me. I already got something for the people. I could listen. It's funny how all of this happened, and I'm for it. Like I got a song that I just recorded at the studio. It's auto-tuned, but it's more like, it's like face down. They got to face down. Why you got to play it? I ain't trying to play around. But it's one of those. But like I was on a path already. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I will talk about it. Yes, me as a Black man. Yes, me as Obasi Jackson will speak out. Will post. Will move with the people musically. It's going to be here and there. It's a vibe. It's just how the wind goes.
Right. One word that you can give to all Black men right now in America to keep them strong, hold them down while we making it through this. One word. Not even a one word, but just
knowledge.
Some knowledge. Drop some knowledge and some inspo right there in the camera.
Me? Drop some knowledge?
Yeah. Inspiration to any Black man right now while we're going through what we're going through. Right?
Keep your head up. You are worthy. You are important. You have purpose. No one can take that away from you. Only you can give it up. Live your life. Be you. Trust God.
All right. It's Wally Obasi Jackson, Music Exclusives TV. Let me know where they can follow you on social media.
Listen, man. Obasi J Official. Obasi J Official. Everywhere. Don't even hesitate. Obasi J Official.
All right, Obasi J Official, it's Obasi Jackson and Wally with Music Exclusive TV. Make sure you follow us on social media at Music Exclusives. That's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. YouTube, we're on there as well. Check us out on YouTube and subscribe. Make sure you hit that red subscribe button. And we're always just one click away at musicexclusives.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate you, Obasi. We'll see y'all next time.
Got it.
All right, we'll cut the.
I'm so sorry. In the beginning, your longest you.
Make sure you save me.
So
I see your face, so I was like, hey, let's
So you can get verified. Right. That's why we start getting verification.
Yo, in the beginning.